Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years. We're dedicated to delivering quality auto parts, expert customer service, fast and free shipping, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. So visit us at 1AAuto.com, your trusted source for quality auto parts.
So in order to start this project, we're going to go ahead and loosen the wheel, the lug nuts here. We're going to use a breaker bar with a 19mm socket. So next we're going to go ahead and raise and support your vehicle. You can use a jack and jack stands. In this case here, we're using a lift to make it a little bit easier. We'll just go ahead and remove the lug nuts here, just by using that socket, because we've already loosened those. With the lug nuts removed, we can now go ahead and remove the wheel and tire. So this right here is your outer tie rod end, and we have the nut here to anchor this on. This is the castle nut, and normally you would have a cotter pin through here, but this did not have it in there, so it must have rotted or fallen out. So we're going to go ahead and remove this nut off of the outer tie rod end, and we're going to use a 13/16 wrench for this here. So in order to remove this outer tie rod end, this actually fits into a tapered hole. And what we can usually do in our driveway at home is if you use a hammer and you strike the front here, it normally causes this to pop out. So now that we have this out, you can see that this is a tapered base, and this fits tightly into the front of the steering knuckle. So when you tighten up the castle nut, it sucks it down inside and keeps it nice and tight. So when you go to replace this outer tie rod end, in our case here, this part is fine. We don't have to replace it, but just to show you how it's done, what you want to do is to keep your base preliminary alignment. Your best way to do it is to count the amount of full rotations that this comes out so that you can thread the new part in that many times and then go down and get your alignment. So let's go ahead and start your counting here. Basically 31 rotations, full rotations around for this to come out. Now, if you don't get a jam nut or a lock nut, you have to remove this and reinstall it onto the new unit. Once again, because we're going to be reusing this component, we don't have to remove this. But you would take the new part, install it, and you would spin it back in 31 full revolutions. In our case, we get to zip that right on in. You want to line that right back up inside, push that in. Install your castle nut. You would tighten this up, line up the castle nut with the hole in the outer tie rod end there. Use your cotter pin, feed it through, and then you're going to want to bend that over using a pair of pliers. All right, we're going to go ahead and reinstall the tire. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the lug nuts here. You want to get a few threads caught on all of these here. These lug nuts are a 19mm. So we're just going to snug these, bottom it out, bottom the wheel out to the rotor. We're going to lower the vehicle down onto its own weight and then do a final torque. With the vehicle on the ground, we're going to do its final torque of the wheel, which is between 83 and 112 foot-pounds. We're going to do it in a star pattern. All right, just double check the first one. She's all set.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.